announcement. Today is February 13th, the day before Valentine's Day, 2019, and we are going to be walking 8445 Vast Horizon. So this is a floor plan that we're very familiar with. We've actually sold and rented many of these kind of floor plans. So as I'm walking through, I'll tell you some of the good points of it. Not a lot that needs to be done on this property, so that's a great thing. So come on in. Grass is maintained by the HOA, so we won't really have to worry too much about that. So with the HOA payment, that will all be taken care of. As you walk up through here, front door has been nicely painted. It has a funky lock system on this, so if they give us all the locks, we'll just keep this. If they don't, then John can remove this, shave this down, paint this up, and then we'll just leave it with a regular deadbolt and then doorknob here. So we'll have to see if they give us. It looks like they've got at least one key. Sometimes these keys cannot be duplicated without paying big money, like $85 a key, big money. So we are not going to be spending that kind of money to duplicate keys. So John, that's going to be on a TBD basis. We're going to find out how many keys we get from the seller. This is the entry, which actually this ceramic tile matches the ceramic tile face around the fireplace. It's also what goes through all the wet areas, so dining room, kitchen, laundry room, and then the upstairs 2 bathrooms. There is this here, which is kind of different. You don't normally go this kind of light wood to the darker grayish ceramic tile. It's not my favorite look, but because it's all in good shape, we're not going to want to mess with it. So tenants will be fine. They can put their area rugs down, they can throw in the different gray colors, and it should be good. There is a little bit of an edging here that has gotten nicked up, probably from furniture being moved out. John's going to make sure that gets all cleaned up. You may not see it in the video, but we do have a bit of wear and tear on this particular flooring from where furniture has been moved and then scratched up. Again, not a big deal from a rental, but I do want to make a note of that because we're not going to tag the next tenant for these things that were already existing. The wall color is great, so I have no problems with that. I like how they did the white baseboard, white stairwell, accented the ceilings white. This window is going to need a blind. The best way to do this window is to do just a straight line across the top. Then we will have the 2.5-inch faux wood blind here. And then John's going to find a circular fan. So I guess it's a half circle fan. And we're going to put that fan up there so that it does create privacy. But the real blind will only come from here down to there. There is a nice feature that this house offers. I don't know if the builder did it or the seller did it, but this is all for those flat screen TVs. That way you can put your components in there, hook up to your cable. Flat screen goes right here, which is really ideal. So as we come into the dining room area, we have a nice ceiling fan up there. John's going to make sure that all these lights, there's like 4 different lights in this ceiling fan. So all the lights will match. They will be nice and bright, so it'll look really good in here. Love this French door. This is unique to this floor plan. Normally this is a sliding glass door, so I actually really like this French door. I do not think we need to put any blinds on it. Right now, it's not going to cause too much sunlight. There's no privacy issue. If we were to stick blinds on that, it's going to bounce all around, and they're just going to get worn and torn. So I say we keep this as clean without doing the blinds. Out here is really cute, so I like it. Right now, we don't really have to paint the walls. I would say in a couple years, though, that might be something that's on the budget, just to make sure this freshens up. More than likely, the tenants will probably let most of this die. If they have a green thumb, then they can keep them going. I don't know how much is truly on the bubbler system or not. I don't usually worry about this much vegetation. If it gets it naturally by our rain and it's durable, like that palm tree will last and a few of these other things. But I really like this patio. I think it's got a good feel. A little concerned about that AC system. That looks a little old, but Ron can tell you that kind of stuff. I'm just here to tell you the cosmetic stuff. I'm not worried about that. I know it's elevating up a little bit, but not. Oh, you're looking at the nail? We should remove that.
Right where you're standing, right there?
Yeah, just cut them down so that they're flush. I don't care about them on the wall, but I don't want them on the walkway, so we'll just cut them flush. And then we will come back in and we'll take a look at the kitchen. So some really nice things that they've done. They did modernize the property by painting the cabinets. I'm sure this was the 1980s whitewash look when this originally was built. However, whoever did it, they used oil-based paint. So as John has explained to us, that yellows, and these cabinets, you may not be able to see it in the video, they look very yellow. And we don't want them to look yellow, especially up against some of this crown molding that's up here. We want John to come in and make these cabinets look as fresh and clean as what the crown molding is up there. So that'll brighten up this kitchen significantly. It looks good, but it's just gonna look too dated and a little worn if we leave them the way they are. And we want to get a really good long-term tenant. So in order to do that, spend the money on the cabinets now. Kitchen, nice faucet, all these appliances look great. We are going to need to get a stainless steel fridge here. I really like this backsplash. I think that adds a lot of value to this kitchen. In here, we're going to need to do a washer and a dryer. So we can do a gas dryer and then just a washer dryer set. RC Willie's having some amazing sales this President's Day. So I don't know if that's something that you want to jump on now, but washer dryer sets you can get as low as $800, and they're pretty good sets. So that's something that you might want to think about. This, of course, is just a one-car garage. I don't mind this. If this was inside the house, I would say we need to remove it. But actually, I think a tenant will utilize this. All they have to do is chalkboard. So they actually have some chalk paint that they put on this. You can buy that anywhere. So if they want to touch it up and make it even look better, they can. And then you just use chalk and you can write messages or left at 4 o'clock and blah, blah, blah. So I think the tenant actually will utilize this. So I don't care that it is a little bit messed up on the edges here, but we can leave that for now. And then we have the auto garage door opener. I honestly have no idea why we have so many trash cans. So Republic actually owns these trash cans. When the tenant first starts their service, they may want to just say, I have too small, too big. Maybe Republic will get rid of one of each for them. But it does take up a lot of space in this one-car garage, and I don't know if it's technically necessary to have 4 garbage cans. All right, so that is what we've got for the most part downstairs. This bathroom in here, other than just the cabinets getting a fresh coat of paint, I think everything else looks really good. There's a little bit of a chip here in the sink. It won't stop a tenant, but I like the mirror, I like the new lights, the glass shelving over the toilet, so all that looks really good. So now we're going to walk upstairs. I just saw this. I don't know if we can fix that. John, this is like something hit it, the baseboard, because the baseboard is cracked right here. I don't know if we just want to do something. It's behind the door. It's not too big of an issue, but I just want to note that because it looks like something kind of bashed up against it. So the carpet looks in good shape. We are going to want to get it cleaned. Once we get it cleaned, it'll come right back to life and look almost brand new. In this room, we are going to need blinds. So we're going to go ahead and do that 2.5-inch faux wood white horizontal blind. That'll be in this room and the other room. I like the ceiling fan in here, so just again, we'll match the light bulbs. Now in this bathroom, everything for the most part is fine. It just needs a little tweak. So for instance, I need that carpet to be stretched and then tucked under so that we don't have situations like this with a tenant. We want that to be protected. The other thing I want to note is I'm not sure how long we're going to be able to get this ceramic tile to last. It wasn't done professionally, or if it was done professionally, they did a bad job. And we've already got some cracks here. I've got some grouting issues here, but it's not bad enough that I want to mess with it right now. And I want to keep this same look because it stays with the look that's downstairs. So as far as I'm concerned, this is not going to hinder a tenant, But over the course of a couple years, if this starts looking really bad or grout is just coming up and we're having bigger problems, we may need to do something about both the bathroom floorings. Everything in here, shower's fine, toilet looks good, mirror looks good. One thing, there's a speaker in here. We may have some components downstairs that utilizes that speaker. I'm not gonna promise it to a tenant. If the tenant wants to investigate it, there is a speaker in that bath. There is a nice walk-in closet, but nothing we have to do in there. Again, we mentioned we are gonna need to do some blinds here, like this ceiling fan, so that's really cool. This bedroom has the mirrored wardrobe closet doors. All of it looks like it's in good shape. And then in this bathroom, we are going to need to do a shower rod. It looks like they've already given us a brand new shower head. We are going to clean up any of those vanity light bulbs, make sure they shine and look good and clean. Same thing here, DIY job probably on this ceramic tile. We'll let it last as long as possible. One thing I just noticed, they did paint this cabinet. They did not paint the other cabinet. I would like the other cabinet painted. I actually thought they had left it neutral. Let's just make sure both of them match. So now we're going to have everything in the house that is cabinets are all going to be white. And then we'll make sure that the other one has the same matching hardware, which I think it does. So you can just utilize that hardware. Overall, great property. Like John and I said, not a lot to be done. This will be a quick turnaround once it closes escrow, and then we'll be able to find you a really good long-term tenant.